Hello everybody and welcome to this video on yet another opportunity to come and work for the EU institutions. We have published a competition to select assistants in the field of communication. And as usual, on the competition page you will find this infographic showing you the 5 steps to take to become a successful candidate. And in this video, in a couple next minutes, I will walk you through these 5 steps in detail for you to be able to understand these 5 steps a bit better. The competition has 3 fields, as you can see here. The first field is graphic design, second field is social media, and the third field is webmaster. And you see the number of successful candidates sought. They're quite high, so if you feel like participating, take your chance if you are eligible. You must note that you can only apply for one of these 3 fields, not more than one. It is an AST3 grade competition, which means that you need relevant post-secondary education and at least 3 years of relevant professional experience in the field of your choice. Or if you don't have post-secondary education, then you need at least 6 years of relevant experience in the field. What do we mean with relevant? Well, in the notice of competition, which is a legal document explaining the whole selection procedure, you find this notice of competition on the competition page under important information. And in this document, we explain which relevant degrees and which relevant professional experience we accept. On top of your degree and your experience, you need to be fluent in 2 EU languages. You can choose any 2 of the 24 official EU languages. One should be at level C1 and the other should be at level B2. You do not have to prove this language level by any certificate or degree. Just by sitting the tests and being successful in them shows us enough proof that you master these languages at the required level. The selection procedure follows its normal course. It starts with an application phase, of course. Then there is a testing phase. You will sit all tests in one single day remotely, so you do not have to travel to a test center. You simply take these tests from your home computer. And once you've taken all tests, we will inform you, of course, about the results, and the successful people can then be offered a job in the institutions. First of all, you should create an account in the single candidate portal. So you will find this link on the website where you can apply, of course. You can fill out your application in any of the 24 official languages, and you should send us your application the latest on the 28th of July, noon Brussels time. We will then also invite you to upload your supporting documents, so your degree and your proofs of professional experience, by the 14th of November. Then the testing. As said, everybody who applies gets invited to this day of testing, and you will sit 3 tests. The first test is a reasoning skills test. We will assess your verbal reasoning skills, your numerical reasoning skills, and your abstract reasoning skills in your language 1 of your choosing. So you choose which is your language 1. You see there the number of questions and the duration to solve these questions. Also the scoring is indicated there. This test is a pass-fail test. So for verbal reasoning, you just need to reach the minimum score of 10 out of 20. And then for numerical and abstract reasoning combined, you need also to score at least 10 out of 20. As soon as you have 10 out of 20 or more, you are still in the running for a place on the list of successful candidates. If you fail, then actually for you the chance of being successful is of course over. I suggest you train this well. You find sample tests on our website. Have a look at these sample tests. They give you an idea of the level of difficulty of these questions. Also note that you have to sit these tests in or under time pressure. So by practicing a lot, you get better at solving these questions. The second test is a field-related test. So we test the knowledge in the field of your choosing. So graphic design, social media, or webmaster. You sit this test in your second language, 30 questions in 40 minutes. This time your score will be ranked. You must at least reach 15 out of 30, but just reaching this pass mark will very probably not be enough to be among the best ranked people, and those are the ones, of course, who eventually are the successful candidates. The third test is a written assignment where we test your written communication skills. So we do not test your knowledge in the field in this test. We really test your drafting skills. We will provide you with information on the topic of this test. Basically, this is a kind of an essay you have to write, an open text kind of test. And we will send you information related to that topic 2 weeks prior to your test date. Again, this test is just a pass-fail test, so you just need to reach at least 5 out of 10. So the successful people are the ones who pass the first and the third test and who are among the best ranked in the second test. And those people end up on the so-called reserve list, which is the basis for recruitment. So as soon as this list is out, we send out this list to the recruiting bodies, institutions basically, and when they have vacancies, they recruit staff from this list. They then try and see who of this list matches the vacancy at stake. They invite 3, 4, 5 people to a job interview, and the best match is offered the job. The other people stay on the list and can be offered a job, of course, later on whenever there is a vacancy available. If something is unclear, please read the notice of competition carefully. It will answer most, if not all, of your questions related to this competition, related to the eligibility criteria, the setup and the format of the competition and so on, the job requirements, the job description, it's all in there. If you still have questions for us regarding this competition, you can of course always reach out to us through the web form available on the website. Also follow EU Careers on our social media to stay up to date on this competition and future occasions. Anyhow, I wish you all the best of luck for this competition and hope to see you back soon at some other opportunity. Bye bye, thank you.